There are stories in our land, stories that have been whispered through the generations. Stories that should never be told, for they hold powers greater than any human can comprehend. This is one such story, a tale that took place in a village, not far from where we are today. A place where darkness and light are forever at war, and where the silence of the forest hides secrets that no one should ever uncover. It was a stormy night when I, Ngozi, a young Nigerian woman, arrived in the small village of Ojiemena. I was running away from the chaos of the city, seeking peace and escape from the troubles of her life. I had heard of the village's quiet serenity, nestled at the edge of a vast and dense forest that the locals call the Silent Forest. I thought a quiet village would help me find peace. I had no idea that I was stepping into a place haunted by more than just memories. I was welcomed by the village elder to offer me a small cottage by the edge of the forest. The villagers spoke little of the forest, but one thing was clear: no one ever entered it after dark. Uncle Obi said, "Stay close to the village, Ngozi. The forest has its own mind. There's no need to test it." I laughed it off, thinking it was simply a superstition. The first few days were peaceful. The villagers were friendly, and I felt my soul healing in the calm. But on the fourth night, something felt different. As I lay in bed, I heard strange sounds from the forest, whispers, low and guttural, as if someone or something was calling her name. I thought it was just the wind, but it felt like it was calling me. I had to go. I didn't know why, but I had to. Despite the warnings, the pull of the forest grew stronger each night. One evening, when the moon was high in the sky and the village was quiet, I decided to venture into the silent forest. I felt an unexplainable urge to uncover its secrets. The moment I crossed into the forest, the air grew thick, and the trees seemed to close in around me, their branches like twisted hands. And so, under the cursed light of the full moon, I stepped into the heart of the silent forest, unaware that I was not alone. Not anymore. The forest had always been a place of stories and whispers in our village. No one dared to venture in, not even on the brightest days. But I was different. I was desperate. I had to find a way to lift the curse, to save my people. I stood there at the edge of the silent forest, my heart pounding in my chest. The trees loomed tall, casting long, dark shadows. The air felt thick with something ancient and waiting. I had no choice. My feet moved forward, dragging my body deeper into that cursed place. And then it happened. A figure appeared in the distance. At first, I thought it was just my imagination, the way the shadows moved in the breeze. But as I got closer, I saw her. The woman, standing there, like she belonged to the forest itself. "You shouldn't be here, child. The forest doesn't welcome strangers," she said. Her voice was like a whisper carried by the wind, cool and unsettling. I froze, unsure of what to say. She stood tall, her eyes glowing faintly, almost like they were trying to pierce through my soul. I knew I should turn back. I knew this was a bad omen. But something inside me, something deeper, urged me to press forward. The curse is not easily broken, and it's not just the forest that binds it. You're not ready for what lies ahead. But you can't turn back now, can you? She was right. I couldn't turn back. But I was also too far gone, my heart set on freeing my people from the forest grip, no matter the cost. Her words echoed in my mind as I stood there alone in the darkening forest. I didn't understand what she meant, but I knew one thing for certain: I had to keep moving forward. Whatever awaited me, I had no choice now. Hours passed, or maybe it was days. Time didn't matter anymore. The deeper I went into the silent forest, the more the air grew thick, like something was suffocating me. But still, I pushed on. I couldn't turn back. I had to break the curse. I had to save my village, my family. I was lost. I couldn't see the stars anymore, the trees were so close, blocking out the night. The weight of the forest felt heavier than ever, like it was pulling me deeper into its grasp. And then, just as I thought I couldn't go on, she appeared again. The mysterious woman, but this time, she was different. Her presence felt stronger, colder. Her figure shimmered in the darkness, like she was part of the forest itself. I had walked so far, and I was beginning to wonder if I would ever escape the forest. But I couldn't stop now. I warned you, but now you've come this far. The path you seek is filled with peril. There is only one way to break the curse, and it comes at a price. Her words sent chills down my spine. I didn't know what she meant, but I feared the answer. The forest demands balance. A life must be given for the curse to lift. You cannot fight the forces of nature. The only way out is through a sacrifice. A sacrifice. Her words burned into my mind, as if the very trees were whispering them to me. But whose life? My heart raced, my body felt numb. What did she mean? You will have to decide soon enough, child. The forest doesn't wait. And with that, she vanished. Just like the wind. Gone. But her warning remained. The forest wasn't just a place of mystery, it was a place of demand, of blood. A place that would take whatever it desired. In that moment, I understood. The forest had already taken so much, and it was going to ask for more. But what could I give? What was left? The choice, I knew, would not be mine alone. But in the end, the forest would decide for me. And for all of us. As I walked deeper into the forest, the whispers grew louder, almost like they were speaking directly into her ear. My heart raced. Then, suddenly, I stumbled upon an old, weathered shrine. The stone was covered in strange markings, and the air around it was heavy with a dark energy. As I reached out to touch the shrine, a cold wind howled through the trees, and the ground trembled beneath my feet. The whispers turned into a chilling voice that echoed in her mind. You should not have come here. Now, you belong to us, a voice in the wind said. Me panicked *, who are you? What do you want? The ground beneath my feet opened up, and from the darkness, figures emerged, tall, shadowy, and unnaturally silent. They were the spirits of the forest, bound by a curse that only the foolish or the desperate dared to disturb. They reached out to me, their eyes glowing like embers. I screamed, I ran, but the spirits followed me. No matter how fast I ran, I could feel them, chasing me, pulling me closer to the darkness of the forest. I ran back to the village, breathless and trembling. I slammed the door of my cottage and locked it. My mind was a whirl of fear and confusion. I had uncovered a dark secret: the silent forest was cursed. It was said that long ago, a tribe had angered the spirits by desecrating the sacred shrine, and as punishment, the forest had become a prison for their souls. Anyone who dared to enter would be trapped forever. The next day, Ngozi sought out Uncle Obi to seek answers. His face went pale when he heard her story. You've seen them, haven't you? The forest spirits. Those who disturb their peace are never allowed to live. Unless they offer a soul in return, Uncle Obi said. My heart sank. I had made a terrible mistake, and now I would pay the price. The spirits would never let her go, and they would never stop haunting me. As the days passed, my fear deepened. Every night, I could hear the whispers getting closer, my own name echoing in the silence. The forest curse was tightening around me, and no matter how hard I tried to escape, the spirits were always there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for me. One fateful night, I made a decision. I had to return to the shrine and beg for forgiveness. I gathered my courage and walked into the heart of the silent forest once more, but this time, I was prepared to offer myself to the spirits in exchange for her freedom. When she reached the shrine, the spirits appeared, their faces contorted in anger and grief. "You dare to come back? You have no place here," the spirit said. But I was determined. With tears in my eyes, I knelt before the shrine and begged. I was foolish. I never should have entered. Please, release me. Take me, if you must, but spare me from this nightmare, I said. The wind howled, and the forest grew still. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then, the spirit spoke again. "You have paid the price for your curiosity. But remember this, Ngozi, some things are better left untouched," the spirit said. With that, the ground trembled, and the spirits faded back into the darkness, leaving me alone at the shrine. I returned to the village, my body trembling with fear, but the spirits never followed me again. However, I knew deep in my heart that the curse would never truly be gone. The silent forest would always be there, waiting for the next soul brave or foolish enough to enter, and so, my tale of me and the silent forest is now told as a warning to all who seek peace in places they don't understand. The forest is still there, hidden in the shadows of the village, waiting for the next person to hear its whispers. But remember, some doors should never be opened. Some paths should never be walked. Some places are cursed because they are sacred. Sometimes, the greatest danger is our own curiosity. Respect the stories, for they are not just tales, they are warnings. Please subscribe, we post videos like this weekly. Much love, we love you.